Hey, what's up? This is basically an overview of the company and where it's going and how you're going to play into it. Uh, Carolina Boys moving started 2 summers ago when I did not want to work as a waiter anymore. So I decided that maybe I can find my own way, and I experimented around with a couple of different ideas and projects, and this one is the only one that really seemed to stick and be viable. I took it upon myself to develop it from when we started with two guys for 20 bucks an hour plus tips to what it is now, which is a modest still $60 an hour plus tips. We don't have a truck. We just do loading and unloading. We're there as a commodity, as a luxury, because we bring really decent, well-dressed guys, clean cut. They look nice. They're polite, and most of them are in college or have college experience, or they're just really, really nice guys that genuinely pass as guys that look like they're in college. So now you've got these nice people helping out, as compared to other guys who are charging like $100 an hour for two guys. They don't have a truck either, and they look like crackheads. Like they look like people that just crawled off of the street and they threw a shirt on them and they're like, "Yeah, come on, come and move this stuff." So if you had an opportunity to choose between someone that looks like they're drugged out or somebody that's clean cut and obviously looks like they're in school or trying to do something with their life, you're probably going to try and help out those guys over the guys that are like deadbeats. So that's why we work as a company. Hilton Head in Columbia is where we first started, the first two cities, and it honestly blew up in my face. We had so much business and so many referrals because we were just outdoing the competition. We would show up on time, which you'd think is something that a normal business would, be pretty good at it. But apparently, sometimes guys don't even show up for the jobs that they're hired for. And all this is really simple stuff. So you're wondering, how do you play in? Well, the pay structure is like this. The two guys on the ground get paid $10 an hour plus tips. In some circumstances, if we have like a super player on the roster that we build, this guy like has a lot of experience. He's like a vet. He's been on like more than 10 jobs. He's really gung ho, and he's probably going to be with us for a while. I don't mind paying him $15 an hour to be a leader. Essentially, he can control the other monkeys that work with him to make sure that they don't do any dumb monkey stuff like drop stuff and break things, or I don't know. They just kind of like keep them in line, and it's a good peace of mind. I don't mind paying somebody if they're going to do a good job and look out for us. So, 10 bucks an hour for each of those guys, and then it's $15 an hour for you. How you make your money is you hire through a process that essentially we go on Craigslist and we post in the hiring ad for general labor, and then we sift through on your email. You find like the top 5 guys you like once you have a decent amount of resumes sent in, and then you email them or give them a phone call and go, "Hey, can I meet you tonight to do a Skype interview?" And why we do a Skype interview is because you can get like a real feel for what kind of people we're hiring. It's the next best thing to being face to face is seeing somebody on a webcam, because you can kind of tell their demeanor. You can kind of tell what kind of person they are just by listening to them talk. And believe it or not, I've seen some crazy things on web hiring. Like the one guy did an interview and had like a bong on the back of like just sitting in the background on a table. So obviously that guy didn't make it, but it's silly things like that that really like put you in tune or as close to it as possible without actually having to physically drive to these different cities. So once you've got a roster built of 5 guys that want to work part-time, and they're pretty straight-up guys, a lot of them are fraternity guys, former military. We're looking for clean guys that can pass as college guys or are college guys, essentially. Everybody's really apt to helping out college people, especially people that are trying to make a business out of it, and they're honest and they're willing to work hard. Manners is a huge deal. Like that's what keeps us alive too. We show up, and professionalism really takes us a long way. Because believe it or not, in the moving industry, there's just not a lot of it. So you've got your roster built, and now you place ads in the same city on Craigslist in the general moving and labor for hire section. It's like in the middle bottom section. I can show you where all this stuff is and draw you a map for the website just so you can get in and out of it. But you go on there and you can post an ad, and I can help write the ad for you. And people are gonna flock. They're gonna call you on your phone and go, "Hey man, I'm gonna move in on this date," and you're gonna go, "Okay, that sounds great. We'll be there." As soon as you hang up the phone and you have their information, you're gonna get on your phone, text message, email, whatever way you know that you can get a hold of your guys quick, and staff that job. And once that's staffed, then you need to transfer all the information over to those two guys that are going to be doing that job that day and let them know. So now they can be there on time, they can meet up with each other and yada yada, and they can do the job. So that's how it's going to work pretty much. And yeah, and for every hour that they work, you make $15. So if it's a 5-hour job, you just scored $75 when they're done. So it's pretty cool, and it works out good for you because you don't have to do any physical labor, and it's really just a matter of being smart and business savvy and being able to talk to people and remotely being able to direct your guys on the ground. But for the most part, it's pretty simple stuff. So if you have any questions, feel free to give me a call, 803-716-1093. And you can text me, you can Facebook me, you can email me, all that stuff works, so definitely let me know. But I prefer if you text or call just because I'm quicker on the go. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And I have like another hiring video I can show you, then that'll pretty much cover all the stuff that you need to know how to do in your job. And if you're still interested, this will definitely give you a little bit of insight as to what we're doing. Alright, well, take it easy.